Hey guys, what's up? I've just been super busy the last few days. Tuesday night I had to go back into the hospital, because I was having like a different kind of pain and it turned out to be my gallbladder. So, I might be having my gallbladder removed after, I have the baby. But good news, we got a crib and a mattress today. Well, the crib came yesterday and we already put it together. But the mattress came today. So that all worked out. I had a prenatal appointment today and I had to get 2 shots. One was a flu shot and one was like tuberculosis and like whooping cough or something like that. I don't know exactly, but whatever. It was a shot. And I know it was going to help my baby be immune to different diseases. So that is good. Today is countdown number 15 for me. I know I haven't done it every day of the week, and I really wanted to, but I've just been so busy, and my last video took so long to download that or upload. I was like, eeh. I was too tired, but anyways. The first story I'm doing is called At My Window by Margarita Atwood. So, let's get started. When I was little, it was just my mom and I in this tiny house in a small town. I had a freakishly good memory, so I can clearly remember the layout of my tiny room, which was the laundry room for the previous owners. It was long and narrow with just enough room for my crib against one wall and a high wall on the other. High window on the other. Now I've always hated windows at night. I won't look at them. I'll keep my curtains shut or run past them. My fear has always been that I'll look out and I'll see a face looking back. Oh, I do not blame you, girl. I hate windows too. I feel like every room I've ever had, I've had like a creepy ass window. I always get scared at night, especially when we lived in the middle of the woods at night, and we had motion sensor lights in the back, and that's where my room was. And so every time they would come on, it would shine in through my window. And so it like freaked the crap out of me because I was always afraid that we would find like a person out there or something. It was usually like a bear, or not a bear, raccoons. We did have one bear, and I never saw it. I've seen a cougar. That was scary as fuck. I ran. For PE, we had to like run a mile like every week or something, and so I would split it up. But I went out running one day and I came down to our creek that ran underneath our driveway, and I saw a huge cat. It could have been a mountain lion, but I knew it was some kind of cat, big cat. And so I hightailed it out of there, and I told my dad, and he came back down with me, and it was gone by the time we got back. Anyways, back to the story. After a bad breakup in my early 20s, I moved back home with my mom, and after she observed this odd behavior, I told her my weird paranoia. She kind of laughed and proceeded to tell me when I was about 2, I would scream and scream that there was a man in my window. I had nightmares, so she didn't really think much about it. Until one night she came in to shut me up. That would be me. I'd be like, shut up, baby. Anyways, and there he was, a fucking man, staring in the window. I looked at her like she was nuts. How could I have not known this? Then she continued to tell me that the man was the father of one of my really good friends. Growing up, he was known for peeking into single women's windows. Ugh. She also didn't tell me I had a benign heart murmur, and when the doctor discovered it once again in my early 20s, that scared the shit out of me, too. Thanks, Mom. Well, I mean, I don't really get the ending, like the whole thing about the heart murmur thing. Like, I know it's dangerous or whatever, and you can possibly die or whatever, but just like, I don't. Whatever. I mean, I'd be kind of pissed, if my parents kept something from me like that. But when I was little, I used to have nightmares, like really bad nightmares. And every night, I would have them at least 3 times a night, and I would always run into my parents' bedroom. So my mom's like, I could always hear you would like slam open the door and like run. It was like this bang and then run. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. The next story is called 911 Calling by Indiana Joan. The reason I didn't write it down was because it was so long, but I'll basically tell you the gist of the story because it was so good I can like pass it up. But basically this girl and her mom move into like this abandoned house. Or it's not abandoned, but no one's been living in it for a while, and they asked friends if they could move in, and they said yes, and so they allowed them to live there for a while. Well, the girl would be home alone for a while because her mom had to go work, and she kept getting these calls from 911, basically saying, oh, we got a call from you, but we must have gotten disconnected. And she's like, no, I haven't called. And so like at first, 911 didn't do anything. They were just like, oh, it must have been a mistake. But she had like this weird feeling about the bathroom. She didn't like going in one of the bathrooms. In the hallway bathroom. And she kept having this feeling that she wasn't alone and that there was somebody in the bathroom. Well, by the 5th time it happened, the police were like super pissed. And each time that she would end the call, something weird would happen in the bathroom. And so finally, like, they just like something or somebody slammed the door. And so she ran out of the house and she ran down the driveway and waited for her mom to get home from work. Well, her mom was kind of pissed, like, why did you leave the house alone? And finally the friend called and said, hey, my mom wants to move back into that house. And so, obviously the girl was like, yes, I get to move away from this creepy ass house. And they moved somewhere else. Well, finally curiosity got the better of the girl and she decided to do some research on the house. And she kind of wishes she hadn't. And it wound up that a lady had an accident in her bathroom and she bled to death. While she was talking to 911. So it was just kind of creepy that someone, died in the house and then, yeah. Anyways, it would have been better if I could have written it down, but, like, no. I'm like, I don't have that much paper. Anyways, I decided to do a third story since that one had to be.
What you doing?
I'm making my video. You want to be in it? You want to annoy the crap out of people?
Yes, considering I just got a new job.
Oh, hey! Are you helping that lady you were talking to?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Hopefully, she's gonna put me as the director of her marketing campaign.
Oh, cool.
Dog, get your butt out of my face.
Dog, just get out. Just get out.
Waggy tail. Look at the waggy tail.
You get out.
Rascal. See, look, he does wag his tail. Come here, puppy. Come here and give Michael some love.
Well, I'm gonna shut the door so I can finish the video.
Oh, goodness.
Ugh.
Hey, that's my blanket. Don't chew up my blanket. I'll get
No.
whacked.
He also likes to steal food. He tried to steal my sandwiches.
Shit. No blanket chewing. We do not chew blanket.
No.
We do.
Actually, I think that's mine.
I don't know. I don't care.
It's mine.
His butt is.
Mine is darker. Anyways,
Who's
last
that? Who's Anakin? Who's that? Right there.
Roscoe. Anyways, the last story is called My Baby by Seven Hells. Love you.
What about him? I want love too.
I love you.
Okay.
I love you. I love you.
Oh boy, lick on the face. Some belly pets.
Do you want to read it, babe? Or do you want me
I
to?
can't see this shit.
Yeah. Our light
Hey, no
burned
bite.
out, so, and we haven't gotten a new light
Poop
because
your
we have
snoot.
lanterns, so it doesn't really matter. But
Eat your foot.
once it gets darker, like, it's
Eat
annoying.
the foot.
I can't see
The
anything in
foot.
here.
Yum, 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 yum.
I will preface this with the fact that unnatural movements freak me out a lot. My husband and I were lying in bed one night when we heard a noise. Nothing crazy, just a small rustling noise.
Like that.
We are we argued over who should check it out. Decided it was nothing
You.
and then tried to go back to bed. Heard the noise again. Stop.
Quit being a butt nugget butt.
What the hell? You go. No, you go. That sounds
Quit.
like something we would do, like argue.
I'd be like, I'm dead. Or I'd pretend I was asleep. Or
I know you would, and I poke you until you got up.
Well, if I don't want to go, I don't want to go. It's probably not because I'm scared. It's because I'm too tired or I don't want to move.
I know, we're both lazy when we're in bed. Ah! I'm being attacked.
Heckin' doggo.
Ah! No. Stop it, you.
Give a lick. We do not do bites. We do licks.
While we were arguing in whispers because my daughter's bedroom had an adjoining door,
You can
we
fart
heard
on
it
me.
again near the foot of the bed.
Goodbye.
I turned on my phone to use as a light and saw my daughter on the floor. She was on all fours, cocked her head, turned her face towards the light at the most disturbing angle, and then fucking skittered on all fours back into her room and into her bed. My husband and I were absolutely horrified, terrified, and pissing ourselves. She was sleepwalking or crawling and had no recollection. She did the creepy sleepwalky things after that for... Dog? He just peed on the fan.
Maybe that's why he was so upset.
Dog! You know better. You don't pee in here.
Maybe that's why he was so upset. He needed to pee real bad. No one would let him pee.
Well,
It's your fault.
fucking open the door then.
Who was the one
God.
who closed it? The camera will reveal who closed it.
Shut up, you bitch.
It was you.
Anyways, I know it was me. You do not pee in here, bad dog. You go pee out there.
It was you.
You go pee in the living room.
It was you.
Shut the fuck up. I know it was me, you. She did the creepy sleepwalky things after that for years. Usually while we were watching scary movies or lying in bed in the dark. Kids are the worst. Okay, I don't agree with kids being... Okay, well, Liam is kind of annoying sometimes because he likes to kick, like, the shit out of me and anything that touches my belly. So, like, seatbelt. when they're trying to listen to his heart rate, it's bad. Anyway, he's a very stubborn baby. But anyways, that would horrify me if Liam ever had sleepwalking problems. Especially if he did that. You'd probably be like, let's throw him away. But
Oh yeah, because I am such a monster.
you've said it a lot. Especially if he pooped ever.
Yep.
So,
How else do you deal with a baby? That shits its pants.
you take the diaper and you throw the diaper away, not the baby.
Nope. Show me your
He's
signs.
going to be a terrible parent.
That is a horrible lie.
I'm just kidding.
You should see the way I play with Roscoe.
Yeah, and the kitty.
Kiki can't play it because she bites and she's a monster.
No, she's not. You just go, no. And she... Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I should let you out. Oh.
See?
Anyways,
I'm the bad parent.
Michael, shut the fuck up. The dog couldn't tell us what the problem was.
What he could have been petted better.
Anyways, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be doing this earlier. I just had an appointment today, so I will. Stop it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.